Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is the message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and let's see what these tea leaves have to say tonight. And our card for this reading is the Knight of Swords. This is a very active, intellectual, thinking forward card. Can be, planning, having a clear path forward, really just mental strength, coming into a place of deep clarity. Okay, so where do I want to start here? I think we'll start there's a few things. Okay, let's start right here. So we have a figure that looks like they're holding a sword, and maybe they have a hat on. Above them is a crescent moon or a sea. So if a sea has any prominent meaning, maybe a name, a word, a sacred utterance, that is important. But it also could be the moon, okay? And we are actually coming into into the new moon here in a few days. And though it doesn't matter when you watch this reading, it doesn't have to be the same, at the same time as it comes out, but the energies of the astrological bodies, the celestial bodies, I should say, definitely influence the time that I am reading this, okay? But it can be activated at any time. So, we have this person with a very erect sword, okay? And again, we are talking about the Knight of Swords. There is a sense of deep confidence, like just strength, okay? Shifting into a place where it almost is like, I believe in myself, okay? Or that you are being recognized by those in your life who have important sway with your confidence, okay? And that they believe in you. Now, ideally, right, it shouldn't matter if somebody believes in us or not, but let's be real. When somebody we love, or, our parents, are the people who raised us, our friends, our family, our spouse, our children. When these people, any of them, they tell us plainly, I believe in you. I know that you can do this. You're so good at this. You're so talented at this. The truth is that really, it means a lot, even if we don't want to say that it does. I mean, it has to, right? It does. It really does. And, I can see this even in raising my daughter with my husband. We agreed when, even before she was born, that we would not like put down the things she's into. That we would always be the people in her life that cheered her on, even if we weren't really into what she was doing, or, you know, we didn't understand it or whatever. And it's interesting to see how gassed up kids can get when you just give them that confidence, when you don't give it to them, when you lend support to their own confidence. And so this is true of all people. And I think that really sometimes it's all it takes, you know, to be believed in, to have that, it's like lending that channel of that fiery, creative essence. Okay. And, you know, I think that with this sword energy, your mind is clear. And you have this opportunity to not only do well, but to thrive. Okay. And beneath this moon, it has to be within the realm of creativity, conception of idea, kind of going into your deep psyche and pulling out, you know, whatever. If you're making art, if you're writing, if you're doing business, you know, creating new businesses, you know, whatever it is that you do. Maybe you build sandcastles. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. There is a sense of that current, of that watery lunar energy with that airy intellectual sword energy. But then there's the fire of love, being loved, and the passion of creativity. And these things together, right? Unstoppable. Here we have a wishbone. So, a good time to set your intentions. You have some luck on your side. This is a time of fortune, if you so will it. We have a person with their arm raised. Prayer, important. Acts of devotion, of service. Part of, and I truly believe this, part of receiving blessings is that we must give blessings to others, to our community, to our environment. Go pick up some trash, right? Go feed some animals. Go, you know, take out your neighbor's waste bin to the road if they can't. You know, here it snows a lot, and we will be shoveling other people's walks because that's what we do as neighbors. We take care of each other, and we can only really receive worthwhile blessings if we are taking care of each other. I fully believe that. You know, both spiritually and superstitiously, hand in hand, I do believe there is a balancing there that must happen. Okay, now we have a 2. Okay, so the number 2, important. We have a scythe or a sickle. And so I always forget I think it's the scythe. And it is a time of harvest, of reaping. Okay, so there will be something worthwhile, something wonderful, something beautiful, something, you know, of resource that is going to come of the seeds that you are sowing, of this intellectual clarity, creative motivation, conception of ideas, innovation, okay? But also the swift nature of that night, right? getting things done, seeing them to fruition. And so there will be a harvest, and this will not be a bleak winter. It will not. Okay, so we have a bird right here, and it looks like it's migrating, and maybe some other birds around it. So migrating in a group. We also have a person here standing, almost lifting their arm upwards, and it looks like maybe another bird here. So interesting that we have, and this is coming out of that metaphysical zone. So I feel like there really is this tie of spirit to the birds. You're going to see a lot of them depending on where you're at. We're starting to see a lot of geese here. It is getting into those cold months, so they are going south. And with them, they bring, you know, messaging of spirit. I feel like this is such a holy time. It's the stirring up of the energies. You see, there is a vast difference from even just a few weeks ago in the environment, but there's that thinning of the veil. Okay, we're getting close to those holidays that are coming up, whatever you call them, however you celebrate them. And so spirit is potent, isn't it? Now, I am so bad at this. I don't know. I assume in the southern hemisphere, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I do not know, and I have not looked these things up. I need to have a running list of stuff I need to find out about the southern hemisphere, which is so funny because I actually had a roommate. Well, I kind of a roommate that was from New Zealand that I lived with, and I thought I knew a lot about, you know, down there. But I guess maybe I have not retained very much information. But I don't know that in the southern hemisphere, if you all celebrate Halloween, or what is it, Samhain or whatever. I maybe am really destroying how you say that. I don't know. I've only read it. I've never heard it said out loud. Or maybe, is that how you say it? Is that how it's even spelled? Maybe it's sham. I can't remember. I don't know. But one of these holidays, probably, well, maybe Day of the Dead. I don't know. But anyways, it's a here in the northern hemisphere, and I'm in the north of North America. So it's very evident, right? Everything is kind of falling away. The air is not as heavy. During the summer, it is quite humid where I'm at. So now the cool winds have all of a sudden come in on these storms. There's 2 storms, and they blew out all of that warmth. And you can just feel the fragile state of things. And that veil, it is thin, and spirit is all around, and these birds, they go through and they call out, and they bring, you know, news of the impending weather, the winter coming, right? The change in spirit, in our own spirit, right? There's a natural, depending on where you live, okay? When I lived in California, I grew up in California, in Northern California. So we had some seasons, but not like here in the middle of the country, middle of the country. And anyways, like, I didn't have the same rhythm to the seasons as I do here. But here, where I am at, I feel them greatly, right? And so many of us do. And a great part of the world, I would say, at least in the northern hemisphere, we do feel the seasons. And they change, you know, how we behave They change our intentions. They change the amount of energy. Hello. I was going to call her Pudgy. Hello, TT. We change our actions. I like to talk about how in the winter we become so intentional, especially if it's cold where you're at, because you have to have intention about everything you do out of your house. I mean, here you literally could freeze to death if like your car broke down, nobody found you, couldn't get a hold of anybody, which sometimes it's, you know, if you're in a blizzard, you can't use your cell phone, you know, and it's risky. Just a few years ago, there was a huge storm, and the National Guard was out there in these, you know, they're like all-terrain type of vehicle things that they remind me of like The Shining. There's one kind of like it, and they had to go find people in ditches, you know, and it was a huge blizzard, and that happens every year. That happens to people. Maybe not in the blizzard, but people get stuck out there, you know, and you can freeze. So you have to be intentional. You have to be careful about where you go, what you have with you, you know. Do people know that you've left your house? And so we get into these, you know, instinctually, I think even, just because of our genetic memory, that in these months we shift and our spirit changes a little bit more. We're a little bit quieter. We're a little bit slower, right? The cat's sitting on my shoulder cleaning herself. So if you can hear that, that is the cat cleaning herself. Sometimes it sounds like she's tooting, but she's not. And so, yes, there's a shift in spirit here for you, okay? But there is that sharpness of intellect, of mind, of intention as well. Okay, and now we also have the rabbit here, okay, and it's sitting upon what looks like maybe a calf, a young cow. I'm going to set this down because the cat's going to start knocking stuff over. TT, come on. Come on, you little girl. Over here. Come on. Come on, you little silly. Oh, goodness. She's all riled up. I have a apple pie baking as I'm doing my reading, so everybody in the house is stirring right now, waiting. So we have that rabbit, and the rabbit is, of course, the abundance, okay, prosperity. It is the year of the water rabbit now, and this, I believe, Libra has been a pretty, at times, a rocky year, but pretty much I would say this has been not a terrible year for you. I feel like you have done a lot of self-evolution, a lot of self-work, and I think more than ever in your life, you have been making decisions for your betterment, okay? You have been, you know, aware of your own needs. You have been advocating for yourself. You have, you know, also just decided, I think, deeply to just be who you are. You know, to start really listening to those needs and wants over the shoulds, coulds, would'ves, you know, all those things. The outside things that try to kind of penetrate that deeper sense of self. Okay, and with that cow, I think that is, you know, that is the serenity of the young calf, right? The potential for so much, and really the beginnings of great vitality. Okay, this is, you know, that dawn of a time of great potence, a most sacred symbol of the cow, of the calf, and, you know, really an image of the holy sustainer and life giver, very much tied into the mother goddess, and, you know, Hathor being one of those. That consciousness, when it comes around, especially with the rabbit, is really a time of great fortune, okay? And I see that is so as well for you. So we also have, I want to look at one more here. We have just a flower here, okay? And that, okay, hi. Please don't climb up my back. And so we have the flower, and so we are in that time of great budding, of, you know, really making something intentionally divine of our lives, living in a way that feels holy for you, right? A spiritual life, whatever that looks like. There's no wrongs or rights, right? That it doesn't matter, you know, about the prescribed ways. You find your way, okay? And that's what you're doing. I really, really feel that. Okay, so we have, again, another of the wishbone. I really feel like this is a time that the universe really wants you to kind of make that wish. But really, and what does that mean? Setting your intention, okay, and going for it. Creating an environment in your life where you can receive those blessings and do something with them, okay? And that's very evident in these symbols here. Okay. My daughter's in there getting restless, I think. So if you hear you're talking to Dad, that's what that is. All right. We have the Earthbound Oracle cards here. And these are just, they're not exactly like the other cards I've been using, but these ones are like an image and a word. And I like to use them because they kind of punctuate the reading, and we'll see how this one relates. The last two readings have been so like spot on with these cards. It's okay. And here we have a compass, protection, and a guide. It says guide, okay? And a pendulum, I imagine that is, okay? So I almost feel like this is a sign of, well, you have the protection, but you shifting into this new season, as we talked about, with spirit kind of really making itself known. But I really do think that maybe a good time for you to be doing some divining of your own, you know, and however that looks, if that's asking for guidance, if that is, you know, reading your own tea leaves, your own tarot cards, watching other readings on YouTube. Shout out to my amazing tarot reader husband over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. If you haven't seen his readings, go over there and check him out. He is amazing. So, but, you know, or doing your own, maybe doing a pendulum. I have a cool little wooden pendulum thing that I got on, I think Etsy, and it has all of the little, you know, it's like everything you can think of, all the zodiac signs and days of the week and the, you know, I don't know. There's so many things, numbers, yes, no, little phrases, all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty cool. And you could totally get one of those yourself and try that out. That's kind of fun. So anyways, yeah, I feel like it's a really inspired time. Plus, we're still in Libra season, at least for, I think, another week or two. So you have a birthday coming up. This is a good time to set those intentions, right? For the next year of your life. Set some goals, set some intentions. And so anyways, I think that's it, Libra. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And the algorithm kind of decides everything about everything. So we like to give it the engagement that it wants. And those are things like liking the video, sharing the readings on other social media platforms, watching the readings from the beginning to the end. If you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And now I have said this in my other readings I did today, and I have to go look after I'm done. But I think I'm coming up on a year of having this YouTube channel. And so we also are about to hit, God willing, 20K. We're about 1,000 away. 1,000, maybe what, 1,500, I guess. So hopefully that will align with our year anniversary or somewhere close to it. I cannot believe how fast this year has gone and how many readings we've done and how many amazing people I've met and just how thankful I am for all this. TT, come on. She really wants to be in the reading. She wants to say hello. And so, yeah, I'm just so... Oh, you don't want me to hold you now. Okay. Go on. Get down. She... Like most cats, like most women, she does not want you to hold her. She wants to she wants you to hold her how she wants, right? She doesn't want you to go out of your way to hold her. she needs that autonomy, which I understand. I get that. So anyways, yeah, I just can't believe how fast everything's gone. It's been amazing. And so much thanks to each and every one of you who come and watch the readings, who comment, who who have subscribed. I love you all, and we're just gonna keep growing as a community here, hopefully. And so, anyways, I'm gonna thank you, and we will talk in just a few days before this cat knocks over my camera, huh? You want to go up there and say hello one more time? There you go. Go on. I know, you want to be the star of the show. There she is. Little TT here to read some tarot. Or not tarot. Tea leaves. She's usually on Dove and Serpent over there. So I'm being blessed with her presence today. All right. Thank you.